If somebody tell me how to make 300,000 in a week, I'll listen.
I don't know what's wrong with y'all folks. Well, y'all be seeing this shit where you saying 300,000 a week. Where y'all seeing this shit? You know personally that's making 300,000.
I don't. You
Exactly.
know why?
Why?
Because y'all ass. Y'all should have been figuring that shit out. Changing the trajectory of the family. But instead, you know what y'all was doing? At McDonald's. Making fries and shit. Learn how to make fucking nuggets and shit.
Yeah, but the thing is I'm trying to show you the way to do it better. See, I didn't get past the fries and the nuggets. I didn't think high level, like getting to manager level. I was just
That's not high level,
yeah,
That's some basic
no,
shit.
no, I'm saying like I got comfortable at the fries.
So that's your thing, fries.
That's
Making
what
fries for 30 years.
yeah, but that's what I got comfortable with. But I'm telling you now that I know better, like go to the next level, go to management.
Throughout the internet, there's a lot of beef between the younger generation and the older generation. A lot of people in the younger generation believe their elders failed them. They dropped the ball and did not prepare them with the necessary skills to thrive in this current economy. But what you have to understand is this, 25, 30 years ago, it was a totally different ball game. And in some ways they did not have the same access to information that we do today. I mean, we're living in a time now where we have a smartphone. Anything you could think of, you can at least get a basic or a general idea in literally seconds. So you have a lot of younger people who, want to live this very luxurious life, very high life. Nothing wrong with that. Just like in the clip, the brother mentioned he was to figure out how to make $300,000 in a week. Now, that's you have to have a very high level skill to be able to make $300,000 a week, and more likely than not, you're going to have to own your own type of business to be able to generate that type of revenue. But again, I really do think younger people have to give the older generation a little bit of slack because you only can pass on what you know. You have to understand it. So you got to think about it. Usually 20, 30 years ago, if if you didn't have a family member that was already successful, already owned their own business and been through that process, the only way you can get that type of gain was from them. But now we're living in a time where you can have online mentorship, you have YouTube, you have TikTok, you have Instagram. It's so many different ways to network and get access to high level information that will only be able to be accessed to if you had a family member or close friend who was going to put you up on game.
Motherfuckers always asking me my dream job like I just like working. Bitch, I hate working. I tell people all the time, bro. My dream job is to not have a job. I hate clocking in. I hate talking to managers. I hate having meetings. I hate having coworkers. I hate everything about having a job. I hate having to wait on a paycheck. I hate this shit. I really hate this shit. I hate working this job. I hate working a job. I tell people this shit all the time. I don't want a job. I don't want a job. I want to act, I want to rap because shit like that, it don't feel like a job. I want to do shit that doesn't feel like a job. It don't feel like a job. I got to wake up in the morning.
Let's pause it right there. Essentially, what he's telling you is he wants to remain a little boy. I mean, no one feels like doing a lot of things in life, but that's just the way things work. The difference between being a man and boy is doing things even though you don't want to do them all the time, and understanding that is a part of life. He wants it easy. He wants to be a rapper. He wants to be an actor. Why? Because he sees that well, his perception of it is not really real work. But even and what he has to understand is even those individuals are just highly paid employees. I literally just did a series on the music industry, and various rappers even spoke about how they live paycheck to paycheck. So again, a lot of people glamorize and look up to these entertainers, not understanding that they're one paycheck away from losing it all.
And swipe a card, or I gotta get on Chronos and log in, get on ADT, log in. I gotta motherfucking receive a call from my manager and be like, hey, did you do this? I don't want to hear none of this shit. I'm tired of this shit on my mama. I'm 2 seconds away, 2 milliseconds away from slapping my manager, my boss, and all my coworkers. I swear to God, and whoever own this company, and whoever own a company. I swear to God, I hate working. We always get underpaid. And it's so crazy because your job not really your job. It's just your turn. Because at the end of the motherfucking day, they can fire you whenever the fuck they want to. If they getting low on business, they can fire you and they gonna call it a layoff because of course you able to get unemployment if they call it a layoff. But I'm just saying, like, your job is not really your job. It's just your fucking turn. You could be down bad on your ass and you really need to work overtime and you can't even fucking work overtime. You don't even got a job no more. You don't even fucking know because they low on business right now. But I don't like this shit. I don't like this shit. I don't like this shit. And I really hate the fact that I got to depend on this shit right now. But one day, I'm not going to need to depend on this shit. One day I'm not gonna need to depend on this shit and deal with these stinking ass customers, deal with these stinking ass managers, deal with these stinking ass coworkers. I just hate it. I just hate it.
I mean, one thing that sucks is clocking in, but what's worse than clocking in, what sucks more than clocking in is being broke. Again, no one wants to work a dead end job, a job where they feel like there's no opportunity. But a lot of people, you have to change your mindset when you go into these jobs. Look at the job as a means to an end, not looking at it as a place where I'm going to be here 30, 40 years. Me personally, whatever job I had, whether it was working at a supermarket, working at what a water ice stand. I mean, I've had various jobs, but I always went in with the mindset is I'm using this job as a stepping stool. I'm gonna take this money, do what I have to do, and move on to the next level of life. And I think why you see so much frustration with a lot of young people is because they have a lot. They have a lot of um, low entry jobs that are paying very minimum. They don't get a lot of respect on a job, and that's the cause of their frustration. Skill sets pay the bills. There needs to be a more focus and emphasis on people actually getting an actual skill and trade. So not only will they be able to get paid a better wage, you'll be in a position where your manager or your boss can't just talk to you any type of way because of the skill set that you possess. And if they talk too crazy, you can get up and leave. You always have to look at these jobs with the end in mind and have a plan outside of the 9 to 5. In addition to that, you also need to have other sources of income outside of your job that you're growing and cultivating. So one day you can move on.
I'm the only one who wants to just quit my job, maybe buy a minivan or buy an old car, and just hop in the car and just simply travel and just see the world, man. Like, am I the only one who simply just wants to see life and experience life and not be caught up in this rat race for the rest of my life? You know, we pay bills, we pay taxes, and we work hard, and we bust our behinds for these jobs, but it's like, is that it? We just work, pay bills, pay taxes, work, pay bills, pay taxes, sit in traffic. Is that it? Is this all there is to life? I can't be the only one who sits back and wonders sometimes, like, this is not, like, this can't be real life. Like, it's no way. We were sold a lie. The American dream is a lie. It is no way it should be this difficult to survive in the land of the free and the home of the brave. This is incredible to me. I don't understand. So sometimes I think, man, I just want to quit, hop in the car or hop in a minivan or something and just travel. Like, I mean, life is going to pass us by anyway. What do we got to lose? And I'm not saying let's just have a mass walkout at our jobs. I mean, if it happens, it is what it is. But it's just like, there has to be something more than this, right? It can't just be work, pay bills, pay taxes, right?
This touches on what I was saying earlier. There is more to it, but you have to take the initiative and put a plan in place to make things happen. No one is just you're 9 times out of 10, you're not going to magically hit the lottery. You're not going to come stumble upon a bag full of money that's going to allow you to quit your job or in this case, just get in an RV and travel the world. You have to have a plan. You have to go into your job with a plan and understand that I'm not going to be here forever. When you have that mindset and you have that mentality, and you already know that you're working on things behind the scenes, it makes it that much more tolerable, and it allows you to get through the days a lot easier. Again, and this is just my personal opinion, the reason why I think a lot of people are upset at the job that they work in and they want to quit is because they have no hope. They have no hope for the future, and they just literally see themselves doing the same thing for the next 40 years. But you got to look yourself in the mirror and say, okay, I don't like my job. I want to quit. I hate it. But what steps are you taking? What are you doing on a Friday night? What are you doing on a Saturday night? Are you smoking weed? Are you drinking? Are you at some hole in the wall hookah spot? Or are you trying to work on your business? Or we're living in the age of the internet. You got to think about it. We're in a situation now where people literally get paid thousands, tens of thousands of dollars to literally speak to a camera. There's so many opportunities and so many ways to make money nowadays that we did not have access to 20, 30 years ago. So people want to hop online and complain and complain and complain about how bad jobs are, but they don't want to put the work. They don't want to make the sacrifice necessary to change the trajectory of your life. I mean, you got to understand, you got some people starting some of the most ridiculous businesses nowadays and making full-time income.
Jen Tompkins owns an unusual business. She rents chickens to people interested in sourcing their own eggs.
We are seeing another uptick again because people are not finding eggs at the grocery store, and they would like to have some eggs, and they would like to be in control of how to get some eggs. So here we are. Our phones are ringing off the hook. Come April or May, they will receive a coop and hens from us in order to have their own fresh eggs without needing to be concerned with the price of eggs or concerned with whether there's even eggs at the store. Or I read recently that some of the stores are limiting how many dozen eggs someone could buy at a single time.
Shoppers are paying 3% more in goods this year, according to the Labor Department's Consumer Price Index. Egg prices in particular have risen, sparked by shortages due to bird flu that even became a campaign issue during the 2024 presidential election. Tyler Kacherka was interested in having chickens for a long time before he rented 2 chickens back in 2023. There was a similar situation with soaring egg prices and shortages amid the avian flu outbreak. It has paid off 2 years on now that he can circumvent the same issue of shortages and high prices thanks to his own egg source.
It's just nice to just not have to worry about, like, if we're at the grocery store and we'll see, no eggs on the shelf. Well, we weren't even really looking for eggs anyway. So it is nice to not worry about. I mean, it's unfortunate that they are going through this crisis right now with the bird flu and the egg shortage. But for us, it's like it doesn't exist because it's not a factor in our lives.
With 10 chickens of their own now, they will have a stable production for years to come.
We won't have really any concern with any kind of bird flu and, the lack of egg production, just because a good 4 years, a good solid 4 years, we should have consistent egg production.
Just think about this. While people were complaining about the high price of eggs, this lady started renting out chickens that she had to people so they wouldn't have to worry about the uncertainty of egg prices or going to the supermarket and the shelves there being no eggs on the shelves. So she decided to rent out chickens to people. Again, it all comes back to your mindset. It all comes back to how bad you really want to make things happen. Either you want to complain online all day, you want to complain to your friends, you want to complain to your family members how bad you hate your situation, but yet your day-to-day actions don't reflect that. You're not trying to make no moves. You have no motion to try to better your life.
Why you show up to work if you're tired?
Now, a lot of people, matter of fact, I remember seeing this video go viral, and a lot of people in the comments were laughing at this gentleman and thought it was funny. But really, this is very sad to see a grown man breaking down because he's just tired of working day in and day out and probably doesn't have much to show for it. You don't want to end up like this gentleman right here. You don't have to work a job for 30 and 40 years, especially in the time that we're living in now. There's so many alternate ways to make money. You just have to put the time and energy into learning those things and not being afraid to say, hey, maybe I need to get this job for the next 3 to 5 years so I can stack my money, I get my credit right, and then I can be able to transition into something else. You just have to figure it out and put the work in. No one is going to give it to you. No one is going to tell you. But the beautiful thing is we live in the age of the internet, and you have access to information at your fingertips. So let me know what you think in the comments below. Young men are fed up. They want to quit their jobs, but they do not want to take on the accountability that is necessary to make the changes that they want. Look forward to hearing from you in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share.